Hey guys, Caroline here. I wanted to do a short video today talking about in-play betting and the offers that come along with that. So there's been a couple of offers over the last couple of days for the UEFA Champions League. So the one I've got on my screen in front of me here is from Jennings Bet. And as you can see, it's fairly straightforward. If you place a £30 in-play bet on one of the Champions League matches, so there was two of them last night and there's two tonight, then you get a £10 free bet to be used on the Europa League, which I believe is Thursday. Now, I did this one, and I also did a similar one from Bet Victor, which was a straight up bet. Place any bet, I think is minimum £5 and get a £5 free bet. So that's what I did. And basically, I have come to the conclusion that I'm really not a fan of in-play bets. And I'm going to explain why. So there's three things that I don't like about in-play betting. The first one is that it's just totally inconvenient for life because you have to do it when the match is on. Now, I prefer to do my match betting in the morning, get it done, out the way, and then just get on with the rest of my day. But of course, this has to be done while the game is playing. And if you want to minimize your risk of a goal going in and completely screwing up your bet, then really you kind of need to do it either right at kickoff, which is still risky, or at half time. So I set an alarm to do it at half time, and then because I was faffing about with one of them, I ended up being late for the other one, which is the second problem. There's always a risk that the odds are going to move a bit more quickly while you're trying to place your bet, which can be annoying. And this is something that happened to me on the Bet Victor one. Now, another thing that I don't like about it is you can't use an odds matching tool. So I use Odds Monkey, as you know. I use the Odds Matcher to find close matches, but that only works for pre-match. It does not work for anything that's in play, which means you have to find it manually. Now, at half time, in both of the games that were on last night, we had Barcelona versus Man United and Juventus and Ajax. So with both of those games, goals had already been scored in the first half. The odds on sort of the match odds were not brilliant. So in both cases, I was betting on the over goals market. But I had to kind of go through and find a match, which takes time. And this was the other problem, is that because I spent so long faffing about with, I think it was the Jennings one, that by the time I came around to doing the Bet Victor one, half time was over, they'd gone back in play, and then the odds started going all over the place. And that brings me to the third problem, which is that the odds on in-play games suck. They're just so much worse than usual. For this Jennings one, it was £30. It had to be 2.0. I ended up taking a qualifying loss of over £4. So if I get £10 free bet from that, I'm probably going to make £8 off of it, which means in total about £4 profit. Now this leads me to another point. Actually, I'm just going to show you a comment that came up on one of my videos recently. Let's see if I can just find it. So this was it here. I was asked the question, said, "Hi Caroline, do you think this is still a good way to make money for the hours that you put in?" So my response to that, I said, I can't answer that because everyone values their time and money differently. For somebody who has a lot of time and no money, then absolutely. But for someone who already has a good job, earns say £25 an hour, then probably not. It's up to you to evaluate if it's worth it to you. So when it comes down to time and effort and convenience versus money, I've now decided that for me, these in-play bets, it's not worth it. It is not worth the hassle. It's not worth the time because, you know, this is reduced value. I only got £4 value out of that. I haven't actually got the free bet yet, but it gets worse. The Bet Victor one, I've got my free bet here. I have 8 hours to place it. What I didn't realise, because I wasn't paying attention to the terms and conditions, is that my free bet also has to be an in-play bet, which means I need to place that bet tonight. I can't. I'm out tonight. I'm out all evening. And before someone says, oh, you could do it on your mobile, no, I can't, because I'll be in a dojo doing karate, wearing my karate suit. I will not be whipping out my phone. So I can't do this. So I'm going to miss it. So it's going to be a £5 free bet that I can't use. So that one was a total washout. So going back to that question, is it worth it? Is it worth the time? The way I see this with match betting is that some offers are worth more than others. Some of them are really quick to do. It's like I do a lot of horse racing offers. I can go through those quite quickly, especially now with that new racing matcher that I showed on those Cheltenham Festival videos. It can be quite quick to just run through all of the offers and see if there's a close match. Do that a few times throughout the day. It takes like 5 minutes at a time. Whereas this was a faff. I probably spent 20 minutes at least faffing about with this last night for £4 profit. And that to me is not worth it. It's not worth the convenience. So, yeah, that's just a quick video I wanted to put out there and say, pick and choose what you do with match betting. You don't have to do all of the offers, do what works for you. This is another reason I don't like doing 2-ups, because with a 2-up, in order to make the profit, you want to cash out as soon as the team goes 2 goals ahead. But I'm either trading on the football or I'm not around. I'm out, you see. So it's just a pain in the butt for me. So, that's another reason why I don't like to do them. So I'm waffling, but conclusion is I don't like in-play bets. So from now on, I'm simply going to ignore these offers. All right. Thanks very much for watching, guys.